Chavo Guerrero Jr.
Allow me to beg your indulgence for one moment. This is the former intellectual savior of the masses, Damian Sandow.
I am WWE superstar Cedric Alexander, and I would like to tell you all that you are watching the hottest E-Fed in the world today.
HKW.
HKW Wrestling.
HKW Wrestling. Wait, did I say the world? I mean the universe, the galaxy, the multiverse, the fabric of time itself. Check it out.
Viva la raza.
And as always, you're welcome.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Wasteland. I am Richard G. Mayer, and I am the one and only Donald Cash. Richard, I can't stand it out here. It is so dusty. I have dust all over my suit. Richard, seriously, I have to go from watching Justin Armstrong lose to now watching a Daniel Roberts match. Oh, come on, it's gonna be great. I might just go to sleep. No, you know, in fact, I hope you do. You just lay down, you close your eyes, and let me call the action, because on his way down to the ring, he is the British badass, Daniel Roberts. Yo, why don't you tell everybody how Roberts shouldn't even be in this match? He beat up Tristan. You want to talk about Justin Armstrong beating up people like Rock Leone or Aaron O'Connor? How about the fact that Daniel Roberts attacked Tristan before Tristan was able to compete against Xander Shaw here tonight?
Well, a couple weeks ago.
Xander Shaw, Tristan, that was what the match was supposed to be. And then Daniel weaseled his way into it, and somehow Daniel Roberts is here tonight. Never should have happened. Oh, well, never should have happened. Whatever, it doesn't matter. He is here. He was the one who was ruled as moving on in the King of the Wasteland tournament. He is here tonight, and he is going to be going one-on-one with a man who is simply awesome, Richard. Awesome.
That's what I was gonna say.
I know, that's why I said it, because I'm awesome, he's awesome, I'm awesome. The only difference is I have way better hair, Richard. Well, Mr. Awesome heading on out here after a hard-fought victory over Rock Leone to move on here in the King of the Wasteland tournament, getting ready to take on the British badass Daniel Roberts. And this is going to be, you know what, I'm going to cheer for Mr. Awesome. If I had to choose between Mr. Awesome and Daniel Roberts, I would much rather be a Mr. Awesome fan. And let's face it, this would be a huge win for Mr. Awesome here tonight, Richard. That's very true. If Mr. Awesome was able to beat Daniel Roberts, of course, a former world heavyweight champion here in the HKW, Mr. Awesome and Roberts circling each other. And Roberts going to make the first move. Kick to the gut and a DDT to Mr. Awesome. Come on, Awesome. You can't let him take the early advantage like that. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Mr. Awesome is going to take control of this whole contest, Richard. Awesome bringing Roberts back to his feet only to give him a stiff kick right between the eyes. And making this guy more and more all the time. Roberts landing like a cat right on his feet, and now taking over Mr. Awesome with the head scissor. Awesome gonna try and roll to the apron. Create some separation, but there's no getting away from Daniel Roberts. Nailing Awesome off the top rope. Yeah, it looks like he took a little damage himself there. Well, Roberts looking to go outside, high flying. Roberts, of course, never afraid to go high risk. But Awesome heading back into the ring, and now Awesome with a power slam to Daniel Roberts. Cover here by my main man, Mr. Awesome. That was close. This referee, Richard, I'm telling you, this referee, he needs to be reassigned. He should probably go over to one of those other corporations, and we can get ourselves a referee who isn't forced to smear his face with face paint. Oh, massive power bomb to Daniel Roberts, courtesy of Mr. Awesome. Great job by Mr. Awesome there, destroying the back and body of this buffoon, Daniel Roberts. Well, how about that? Spinebuster answering back to Mr. Awesome. Awesome can take it. He's a real man, not like Daniel Roberts. Roberts is but a boy compared to the bearded bastion of brilliance that is Mr. Awesome. Roberts working his way back to his feet, being stalked by Awesome, but Roberts landing a European uppercut. You know, how about this, Mr. Cash? If Daniel Roberts is victorious here, then coming up a little bit later tonight, he's going to get everything he's been looking for the last month. He's going to get a shot at Christian Wright, one-on-one, nowhere for Christian to run. You know, that's all fine and good for Daniel Roberts, but I don't know why you would ever wish anything good for Daniel Roberts. I mean, look at him. He's stupid. He has a stupid haircut. He wears stupid tights. He's in there against a far superior athlete in Mr. Awesome. Did I mention to you that I am in the corner of Mr. Awesome here tonight? I know he's got this. I think you've made that abundantly clear here tonight. Oh! That didn't look like it felt too good. Daniel Roberts picking up Mr. Awesome and dropping the knees hard onto the collarbones of the Awesome One. Now heading up to the top rope, Mr. Awesome far below and just able to move out of the way. Roberts not able to connect, and now Awesome gonna take back the advantage, slamming the shoulders of Roberts out there on the floor. And there's no padding out there tonight. These guys wanted rough and tumble. They wanted the apocalypse. They wanted the wasteland, and that is exactly the experience that they are getting, and that the HKW Nation is getting right here tonight, Richard. And you know who you have to thank for that? Mr. Fishburne? No, Richard, you have me to thank for it. It was my brilliant aesthetic ideas that led to this creation of brilliance here tonight. I thought you were complaining about the dust. Shut up, Richard. Daniel Roberts. Oh, big super kick into the face of Mr. Awesome. We've seen Roberts put away plenty of opponents with that maneuver before, but Roberts not quite getting down, Red, up to the top rope. Oh, landing! That was vicious, Richard. I don't like Roberts, but Roberts, he definitely knows how to twist and flip like a ballerina off of the top rope and crash down onto his opponents with reckless abandon. I just hope that Mr. Awesome is okay. Because, you know, Richard, it's not just Daniel who puts his body on the line when he does stupid, reckless moves like that. It's wonderful men like Mr. Awesome. Look at that power bomb. Incredible. That was very impressive. And I don't think Mr. Awesome is too concerned about the health of Daniel Roberts out there here tonight. And Roberts just barely getting the shoulder up before the 3 count. It was almost the biggest upset in HKW history. We all know that Mr. Awesome is fighting from behind here tonight, but let's remember, Richard, this is a huge opportunity for Mr. Awesome. True. Not one that he is just going to let slip through his fingers. And Awesome off the top rope! That's what I'm talking about! To Daniel Roberts. Richard, that's what I'm talking about, my main man, Mr. Awesome. How could you let him kick out? Richard, I have to admit, my patience are growing short with Mr. Awesome here. He needs to put away Daniel Roberts right now.
Yeah, but that's mainly because I really think the longer this matchup goes, the more it favors Daniel Roberts. Roberts is in phenomenal shape, known all over for his cardio, and now a backslide here on Awesome. Got a little busy posing to the HKW Nation, and a hard stare from Mr. Awesome to Daniel Roberts. Has Roberts up. Powerbomb!
You know, Richard, Daniel really didn't have much of a spine to begin with, but after this match, after all these power bombs from Mr. Awesome, I don't think that Roberts is going to be able to stand after this matchup, let alone ever compete in an HKW ring again. And for that reason, I think it's time that I just offer Mr. Awesome a round of applause.
Sit down.
Wonderful job, Awesome.
That's enough.
You should have crippled him years ago.
Oh, come on.
Awesome following Daniel Roberts out to the outside. Roberts just trying to create some separation after the overwhelming amount of damage that has been done to the body of the British Badass here tonight. British dumbass. And what's Daniel Roberts doing now?
Oh no.
Richard, he can't be. Oh my God!
Wow!
Daniel Roberts! Oh my God, Richard! Phoenix landing off the top rope all the way down to the unprotected floor. Crashing hard on top of Mr. Awesome. And I don't know how Awesome is back to his feet. He's fighting with everything he has here tonight, Richard. He knows this is his chance. Make a name for himself right here tonight and become the king of the Wasteland.
I thought you were backing King Dominator here tonight to become king of the Wasteland.
Well, I mean, Mr. Awesome should try and get to the finals against King Dominator. Oh!
Angel in the sky by Daniel Roberts, draping the arm across the body of Mr. Awesome. 2. Oh, how?
Yeah, that was the closest. I don't know, Richard. I don't know whether it's keeping either of these men going at this point. Awesome has given so many power bombs to Daniel Roberts. Any other man would have been broken physically in half. Daniel Roberts has hit Awesome with all of his best maneuvers.
Roberts back up to the top rope. No, Phoenix landing. That's the third. The third Phoenix landing to Mr. Awesome. Cover now by Daniel Roberts. That is gonna do it. Wow. What a match.
What a match indeed, Richard. Mr. Awesome, you know what? I'm not even disappointed in you. That was amazing, an amazing effort by both of these men. And all this means is that later on tonight, Daniel Roberts will have the opportunity to get his ass kicked by Christian Wright and possibly even King Dominator.
I think the real story is that Mr. Awesome just lasted quite a while there with a former world heavyweight champion. Incredibly impressive performance here tonight by Mr. Awesome. Nevertheless, Daniel Roberts will move on to the semifinals of this King of the Wasteland tournament. where he will face his former best friend turned nemesis, Christian Wright. And let's take a look at this, Richard. Still to come here in the second round, Dragon Queen gonna go up against JD Rush.
I seen some souls be friendly, I seen some feet get loose. I've had some people in my life who know just what it do. I try to look for goodness, even when I see bad. I seen some souls be friendly, I seen some feet get loose. I've had some people in my life who know just what it do. I try to look for goodness, even when I see bad.
Richard, that clown creeps me out. Yeah, he kind of creeps me out too, but no time to think about that. We are getting ready to go in the second round of the HKW King of the Wasteland tournament. On his way out to the ring is Christian Wright, gonna get ready to face off against Daniel Roberts, and it was back at HKW Broken Hearts last month that Daniel Roberts was betrayed by Christian Wright, attacked during that triple threat HKW World Heavyweight Championship match. Christian Wright would put Roberts through the table, costing him the World Heavyweight title. Richard, it didn't really matter, okay? Michael Scars Minor was going to win that contest anyways. On his way down to the ring, he is the only true knight in professional wrestling, Sir Daniel Roberts!
234 pounds, Lord Daniel Roberts!
Daniel Roberts coming out here facing Christian Wright. It's like a storybook ending for Daniel Roberts, but unfortunately for him, it is going to end in misery. This, Richard, is where Daniel Roberts' road comes crashing to an end. Yeah, and why is that? Because Christian Wright is no longer in Daniel's shadow. That is what has been holding Christian back his entire career. And tonight he is going to put that shadow to bed. He's going to lay Daniel Roberts to rest and move on to the King of the Wasteland finals. And speaking of the King of the Wasteland finals, we do have a bit of an update for you after the attack by Blake Buchanan earlier this evening on Ian King. King being taken to a local medical facility here in Denver and will not be able to continue in this King of the Wasteland tournament. Therefore, Dragon Queen will move on to the King of the Wasteland finals to face the winner of this contest. Wait, so you're saying that Dragon Queen is already in the finals? That's right. But then, so if Christian wins, then it'll be an RTWE final for our King of the Wasteland tournament. That's exactly what I'm telling you. I don't like it, but come on, Daniel, you've got this. I believe in you. What the hell? Yeah, I'm cheering for Daniel because Daniel Roberts is the only HKW superstar left in this tournament, Richard. We have to support the home team. I don't know, is it because you're a sympathizer? I am really getting tired of you calling me a TWE sympathizer. I just try to call the action in the ring as evenly and unbiasedly as I can.
Yeah, and that means that you should be cheering for Daniel Roberts, Richard, because Daniel Roberts, he's the only hope that HKW has here tonight.
Well, I don't know about that. I mean, still to come, we got that huge 8-man tag team matchup. The E-Fed Elite alongside Cameron Logan Lion Hunter going to be challenging DOA in a 8-man elimination tag team matchup. That match, I guess that match is going to be coming up next, since we're not going to be seeing Ian King versus Dragon Queen here tonight.
Daniel Roberts just sent Christian Wright twirling round and round like a merry-go-round, now heading up to the top of Shooting Starplex by my pick, Richard, to not just win this matchup, but I'm going to say, now that King Dominator is gone, Daniel Roberts has a legitimate chance at winning this whole tournament.
Yeah, now that King Dominator is gone.
King Dominator was screwed out of this tournament, and I still encourage each and every one of you to go online and sign my petition to restart the match. But I know how hard-headed Morgan Fishburne can be. I know that he wants to move forward, and therefore that means HKW's only hope tonight, unfortunately, rides with the British badass Daniel Roberts.
Yeah, I think that might be the first time I've heard you say British badass.
Richard, this is hard enough for me, okay? You don't have to rub it in.
Christian Wright slipping around behind on Roberts. Sleeper hold applied to Roberts. Roberts dropping down. Jawbreaker there to Christian Wright as Roberts continues this assault with a little right hand. Roberts being blocked by Christian and taken down. Short arm clothesline by the Miracle Man sends Daniel Roberts rolling to the outside.
You know, Christian, it's hard for me not to cheer for Christian, honestly, Richard, because Christian did what he felt was right, what he knew in his heart was right. He needed to step out of the shadow of Daniel Roberts. He needed to be his own man. And ever since that night, Christian Wright, he's walked a little bit taller. He's held his head a little bit higher. And he's certainly been improving inside the ring. And you know that simply because he's managed to make it all the way to the semifinals of the King of the Wasteland tournament. No small feat.
No small feat indeed. Roberts coming off the ropes, taking down Christian Wright with the clothesline. And you know, another interesting fact here, every single man that has won the King of the Wasteland tournament has gone on to become a world heavyweight champion, whether it be here or in another federation around the world, within short order. And Daniel Roberts going flying over the top rope and taking out Christian Wright. Spaceman plancha by Daniel Roberts, sending Christian into the barricade. Christian answering back kick to the midsection on Roberts.
Christian turning things around, thought he might have been going for that right way DDT of his, and Richard, you know, as incredible as a competitor as Daniel Roberts used to be when he was under me in the Cash Corporation with moves like that. Phoenix landing.
Cover now. One, two. Only two for Roberts. Not able to finish the job on Christian Wright, the Miracle Man, getting the shoulder up. These two former best friends, now bitter rivals. Christian has done everything he can to keep out of the grasp of Daniel Roberts. But Roberts finally getting a hold of him here tonight. Has Christian up on the top.
Oh no, Richard!
Spanish fly off the top!
Oh my God!
Christian Wright!
I can't believe it!
By Daniel Roberts is the cover. 1, 2.
He got him! Richard, he did it! We had one in the finals!
Vanquishing the demons that Christian Wright laid before him, and the British Badass is gonna move on to the finals of the King of the Wasteland tournament to meet the Dragon Queen.
That's right, Richard. HKW doesn't have much hope. It all rests within the British, within Daniel Roberts. But here tonight, HKW still has a hope of coming away with the crown in the King of the Wasteland tournament. And coming up next, the Ethan Elite and Cameron Logan Lionhunter going to put it all on the line. 8-man tag team match against DOA.
That's right, that match coming up next.
Some souls be friendly, I've seen some feet get loose. I've had some people in my life who know just what it do. I try to look for goodness, even when I see bad. I've seen some souls be friendly, I've seen some feet get loose. I've had some people in my life who know just what it do. I try to look for goodness, even when I see bad.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm still at a loss after watching the Alpha Angel just turn on Cameron Logan Lionhunter like that.
You shouldn't be surprised, Richard, but we have no time to talk about that. It is main event time. It is time to determine the winner of the King of the Wasteland.
The following contest will determine the King of the Ring tournament winner. Making his way to the ring from London, England, weighing in at 234 pounds, Lord Daniel Roberts.
Daniel Roberts heading down to the ring, and Mr. Cash, I gotta say, I don't know how Daniel Roberts is going to be able to compete here tonight. He's already been through 2 grueling matches. First, defeating Mr. Awesome here tonight, and then another one against his arch rival, Christian Wright.
Richard, stop trying to make excuses for Daniel Roberts here tonight. The fact is that Roberts has all the odds stacked against him thanks to TWE.
Yeah, there's a lot of truth in that.
And there she is. She is poised to become the very first Queen of the Wasteland, Richard. Dragon Queen, not only able to pick up a quick roll-up victory here tonight over JD Rush, also conveniently having Blake Buchanan dispatch Ian King, giving her a clear and free ride to the finals of the HKW Wasteland tournament.
Yeah, I'm sure that Dragon Queen knew nothing about that attack by Blake Buchanan on Ian King.
Richard, if anything, Blake Buchanan and Dragon Queen did Ian King a favor, okay? Because if Blake Buchanan hadn't sent Ian King to the hospital, then Ian King would no longer be undefeated here in the HKW. Dragon Queen, we saw how dominant she was over JD Rush, one half of the HKW tag team champions. And you can expect her to be just as dominant here against Daniel Roberts. I'm sorry, whose side are you on again? I'm on my side, Richard. I'm on the side of HKW. But I'll be honest, during the last commercial break, I did go ahead and purchase some of my some new stock in TWE. Are you kidding me? Richard, TWE's stock has been on the rise all week. If you paid attention to the markets, you would know this kind of thing. Kick out there by Daniel Roberts. Quickly rolling back to his feet. Head scissor takeover. Taking over Dragon Queen. Roberts bringing Dragon Queen back to her feet. Irish whip. Sending Dragon Queen into the corner. Hey, Richard. Richard, what? What do you think about these challenges we've heard Dragon Queen making? Oh, quick cover here by Roberts and a kick out by Dragon Queen. Are you referring to the challenges towards Xander Shaw for the HKW Internet Championship? Of course I am, Richard. Xander Shaw is a coward. He's been ducking this incredible athlete in Dragon Queen and denying her a shot at the HKW Internet Championship. Well, if Dragon Queen wins here tonight, she's going to get her shot at any championship she wants here in the HKW. Slamming down Roberts and Roberts. Wow. Roberts just barely getting his shoulder up on that one. Dragon Queen knows what she's doing in that ring, and Roberts has already been through too much tonight. Roberts should do the right thing. He should raise the hand of Dragon Queen and go home, live to fight another day. Live to fight? No! There is no other day. This is it. This is the King of the Wasteland. This is the finals, and that is Dragon Queen flying off the middle turnbuckle with a crossbody, taking out Daniel Roberts. Roberts is moving slow. He's sluggish. He doesn't have much left in the tank. Why are you putting him through this, Richard? What? Richard, Daniel Roberts would much rather be in the back. He would much rather be icing up his bad knee, his bad arm. Cover now by Dragon Queen 2. And again, Roberts kicking out. I think that's your answer right there, Mr. Cash. If Daniel Roberts wanted to go to the back, that's exactly what he would do. It's probably why he just rolled outside the ring. No. Daniel Roberts rolled outside the ring to create some separation between himself and Dragon Queen. But he also kicked out. He also showed that he's still willing to fight. He still wants to be the King of the Wasteland. He still wants to go on to a title shot at Digital Revolution. And you think Dragon Queen does it, Richard? You think Dragon Queen wouldn't love the opportunity to throw it in Xander Shaw's face that she is worthy of an internet title shot by winning the World Heavyweight Championship, the HKW Championship, or the TWE Undisputed Championship? She can do it, Richard. Why don't you believe in her? What? Look, I know that Dragon Queen is immensely talented. She proved that this past Friday at HKW Rampage in one of the damnedest steel cage matches I've ever seen in my life. But here tonight, she's in a fight inside the ring with the British badass Daniel Roberts, and moving out of the way, intelligence on display by Dragon Queen. Daniel Roberts crashing. Yeah, and Dragon Queen's still in control. We get it. Dragon Queen now kick to the side of the head of Daniel Roberts. The British badass gonna toss Dragon Queen back inside the ring. Kick to the back of Dragon Queen. Richard, you can't even deny Dragon Queen has been all over Daniel Roberts in this matchup. This match has been 100% Dragon Queen. And now Dragon Queen with a choke slam, putting down Daniel Roberts. Here's a cover. 1, 2, and again Roberts somehow escaping this. phenomenal woman known as Dragon Queen. It's all for naught. It's all over, Richard. No! Roberts able to avoid the Queen Stunner. Could be looking for one of his own. No! Instead, bringing down Dragon Queen. Face first DDT by Daniel Roberts. And now a super kick by the former World Heavyweight Champion. A cover. 2. And Dragon Queen getting the shoulder up, Richard. Richard, I don't like it any more than you do, but we have to face facts, okay? TWE has been running roughshod all over the HKW. Dragon Queen, well rested heading in here. Daniel Roberts has no opportunity, has no chance in this matchup. Daniel Roberts has every chance in this matchup. And now Roberts clothesline sending Dragon Queen over the top rope. Here goes Roberts into the face of Dragon Queen. Spaceman Plancha. That was incredible. An incredible move by Daniel Roberts, hurtling his body over the top rope at top speed, crashing down onto the most incredible woman in any federation, the Dragon Queen. Any federation. Hey Richard, she can beat me up, therefore I'm going to give her every accolade I can. Daniel Roberts sliding under the bottom rope now, rolling over Dragon Queen, looking for the pinfall. This could do it. 1, 2, and Dragon Queen. Nice job, Dragon Queen, staying alive despite that brazen attack by Daniel Roberts. Roberts lifting up Dragon Queen and dropping her back down with a reverse brain buster. Roberts now staying on the offensive, not slowing down. Take off the center turnbuckle, twisting around onto the body, almost a miniature Phoenix landing there. But still not enough to get the job done, Richard. Dragon Queen shoving off Daniel Roberts, looking for a Queen Stunner. But Daniel Roberts escaping that, and now Roberts, no, Dragon Queen tossing Roberts over the top rope, and Dragon Queen with a drop kick. Roberts crashing down on the floor. Dragon Queen giving suit. A back and forth matchup here tonight. HKW Wasteland, but only one of these two can walk away as the king or queen of the Wasteland, Richard. I'm well aware. And here goes Daniel Roberts going high-flying once again. Incredible every time you see Daniel Roberts put his body on the line, fly through the air. But will it be enough, Richard? I don't know. I don't know what it's going to take for someone to take down Dragon Queen. But Roberts may have her number there. Spaceman Plancha now brings Dragon Queen back to her feet, tosses her back inside the ring. And look at Daniel. You can tell he's winded. He's out of breath. He doesn't have much left. Dragon Queen getting back to her feet, and super kick by Daniel Roberts. A super kick by Daniel Roberts. He's heading up to the top rope. Phoenix landing. Phoenix landing by Daniel Roberts. Hook of the leg. 1, 2, 3. Oh my God! Daniel Roberts has done it. I can't believe it. Roberts is the 2020 King of the Wasteland. I can't even deny I don't like Daniel Roberts. I think he's a British moron and a goof. But here tonight, I would tip my hat to him. Going through 3 other competitors, all on his way to a hard-fought victory. And Richard, you know what this means, right? What's that? That means that Daniel Roberts is going to get his shot at the World Heavyweight Championship of his choice coming up at Digital Revolution.
Yeah, that's exactly what that means. Congratulations to the king of the Wasteland, Daniel Roberts. Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for us here tonight. We will see you this coming Wednesday for HKW Wednesday Night Prestige, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 Central. Until then, I have been Richard G. Mayer, and I am the one and only Donald Cash. Good night, ladies and gentlemen. Good night, everybody.
Wish we could turn back time to the good old days when the mama sang us to sleep, but now it's just